Spartans! What is your profession?
Why you looking so hard? You worried about the wrong play, man. Go look in the mirror. Dusty. You on my page before you brush your teeth. You stuck in my gram while I'm in the streets. You worrying about my bag, worrying about my wins. You ain't worrying about your pockets looking paper thin. Look at you, man, musty, can't be trusted. Hating on my shine cause your whole life busted. You could be doing so much if you looked at you, but you rather look at me. That's the bum in you. You complaining about the work that I got in the vault, but you ain't willing to undo it. That's your own damn fault. I'm not sorry, I don't care, I don't feel no pity. You a clown in the suburbs, I'm the man of the city. You looking through my window with a greedy eye, instead of in the mirror asking who am I? You a hater, you a watch, you a non-starter. While I'm climbing up the charts, yeah, I'm going harder. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You worry about my downfall, that's why your vision ain't clear. You're dusty. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro, winning too, but you rather be a failure. I don't feel you, I don't see you, I don't hear you. You just a gnat in my ear, I just brush you off. You just mad cause I'm the boss and you looking soft. You ain't willing to do the work that I've done. I was up at 4 a.m., you was having fun. I was 72 hours fasting, getting my mind right. You was on the timeline, starting up a new fight, but the fight ain't with me. Man, the fight is with yourself. You could have the same damn drive, you could have the wealth, but you rather be a critic, you rather be a troll. While I'm knocking down goals at the Super Bowl, I don't feel no pity, I don't feel remorse that you chose to stay with you. Well, I'm a damn horse, this a race and you ain't even at the starting line. Too busy drawing pictures of my finish line. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You worried about my downfall, that's why your vision ain't clear. Stop looking through my window. Go look inside your mirror. You could be winning too, bro, winning too, but you rather be a failure. Let's get it. My focus is on growth, my focus is on winning. My focus is on the next chapter, just beginning. I'm too busy, man, my calendar is packed. I'm too busy building up, I'm too busy building stack. I'm coaching up the team, I'm on the match, I'm on the string. I'm building in the world, I'm living out the dream. And you are not a factor, you are not a threat. You were just a bad investment, you were bad bet. I'm not sorry for you, I'm not sorry for the facts that I'm out here running up the score to the max. I don't see you, you are invisible to me, cause I'm everything you're jealous of, scared to be. Real talk, if you took a little time and focus on your own success instead of on my damn downfall, you wouldn't be so dusty. Ha. Maybe you should try it if you wanna win, but you won't. Get a life, man. Stop watching mine. Go get some money.
Go and get some money. Stop being dusty. Stop looking through other people's windows. Go and do something for yourself. Let's start winning. Let's stop looking at what others are doing and hating, and let's go and do it for ourselves. Let's go and do it for ourselves. How is everyone doing on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday night of November 20th, 2025? 10 days left of November, which then means 31. So there are 41 days. And November 20th is basically over. So there are 40 days left of 2025. 40 whole days before 2025 comes and slaps, or 2026 comes and slaps you in the face. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for 2026? I know I'm ready. I am ready. Let's get it on the road. So we have a great show lined up for you tonight. For us tonight, I am Techo. We are engineered to win. Tonight, we're going to be going back into the mysterious world of C++. We are going to continue working on building this OBS native plugin. So a couple of weeks ago, I made a plugin using Python to be able to load YouTube videos into OBS. However, I was not satisfied with that. I'm never satisfied. I wanted to build a native OBS plugin, and they said that it could only, or that the best way to do it was using C++, and I am not a C++ person, but do you know who is a C++ person? Gemini. Gemini is a C++ person. So we are going to be using Gemini tonight with Kilo Code in order to get the show on the road. Try to get this. Well, we got stuck last week. But we are going to figure it out. All right. That is the game plan for tonight. But before we do any of that, I got to take care of a little bit of housekeeping. So first and foremost, I just got to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, who's tuned into the videos, who has left comments, whether positive or negative. I appreciate every last comment because it lets me know what I need to focus on, what I need to help with. All right. So shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you for being here.
I appreciate you.
All right. And I got to give a big shout out and salute to all of my tech barbarians. Those are the Patreon members, the ones that I work with one-on-one, those who join me for our vibe code and chill sessions, our scrum nights, who message me in the Patreon, whatever it is that we're doing. I know that we work so hard day in and day out. We refuse. Missing is not an option. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm here to pioneer the path, set the lay of the land, say, this is how we work. This is how we move. This is how we win. Whether you're doing cybersecurity, software development, whatever, QA, DevOps, whatever it is, I want to set the example so that we can win. We can win together. All right. That's my goal. So, and that's why there is no one better. We are forever and ever the best.
We the best.
And shout out to my tech mercenaries out there, my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube channel members who allow this content to get across the entire world, across the whole entire world. Shout out to all of you for allowing this. It gets audio dubbed into like 10 or 11 different languages. There's captions, whatever we can do to help. We are here, and it is all because of the tech mercenaries. Let's get it. All right, quick announcements before we get into because I have an icebreaker. I have an icebreaker for you guys today, all right? But before we get to the icebreaker, quick announcements. Tomorrow we have the Bug Bite. We're going to be talking about ESPN putting a ban on the promotion of a particular app. And guess what it has to do with? Gambling. Yes, gambling. And how they are stopping, funny enough, right? They are stopping their on-air talent from promoting a rigged gambling product, right? Yep, they are. But the question is, which one is it? Because aren't they all rigged? we will be investigating that tomorrow, noon Eastern time. We're going to premiere the Bug Bite. Check it out. I will be in the chat. I hope to see you there. Sunday, we are going live with continuing building the speech app around 2:30, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And then Sunday evening, we're going to be having our Scrum Night. We weren't able to have it 2 weeks ago. We're going to be having it this week as we wrap up the Tech Barbarians Sprint. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there as well at techcoachralph.dev. All right. Before we jump into the show, do me a big favor. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We have some amazing work ahead of us. All right. And check out techcoachralph.dev. You can message me one-on-one over there. You can join the Patreon for free. And you can join us for our Vibe Code and Chills. The playback of the Vibe Code and Chill, which I have to post that on either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to post last week's Vibe Code and Chill. It was so good. I was showing how my new strategy for creating music with AI, how it's so much better, the way that I figured out how to do it. So check it out. It's going to be, and you can join us live for free. And then for the paid members, it is posted so you can watch it again whenever it is that you want. So check us out. techcoachralph.dev. That's everything. That is everything. All right. But let's jump into the show. Let's start off with our icebreaker. Let's start off with our icebreaker for tonight. All right. Let me do this real quick. Let's go over here. Hold on, something's missing. Something is missing. Something is missing for me. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I do not know. Let me see. Reload, maybe. Select. Activate. Are we good? Make sure we're live. Yeah, we're live. All right, we're live. Just making sure. You know, things look a little wonky for a second there. I had to make sure that we are sending the message to the people. You know, I do this for you guys. Okay, I'm lying. I do it for me, and I hope that I can add value into your lives while I am doing it for me. That is the honest to God truth. All right, but we're gonna jump into this. So I released a short, maybe yesterday or something like that. I don't know when it was, but I got 2 interesting comments on it. So I wanted to go over the short, and then I want to talk about it. All right. So you know what? I'm just going to do it like this, right? Let's just drop this over here. So let's start off with this. Here is my public statement. And with all due respect, all right. And I'm not, I love my beloved brother, Rod Brown, not a bishop, Rod Brown to death. But I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying in general, no. With all due respect, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, right? You are not a victim. And if I'm judging, then I'm judging. You are not a victim. You are just dusty. You're just dusty, right? And why do I say that? Why do I say that you are not a victim? You are just un poquito dusty. All right. Here is why. So let's play this real quick. So this was a short. That was quick. Here was a short. All right. Let me go. Where's my OBS? All right. So this was a short that I had. Why is it that celebrities, entertainers, athletes, they are super duper praised, held up? Because they are millionaires and billionaires as well. But the people who got it out the mud, who built something, who actually employ people, they are the most hated. They are seen as the scum of the earth. The people that we should be learning from to see how they moved, what their strategy was, how they invested their money, how they structured their deals. We demonize and reject them. They're making videos saying, I got quote unquote extorted for $60,000 by someone I never met before. Those are the people that we see as our heroes, and we demonize those who have built businesses give millions of people jobs because we want to do our own thing. I think we've confused who our heroes are.
I don't know what to believe anymore. Every fix just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found.
So that was my short from Monday's Candid Conversation, right? And I'm going to read you 2 comments that I got on that short. And I'm going to reiterate this. You are not a victim. You are just Dusty, with all due respect. With all due respect, you are not a victim. You are just Dusty. All right. So first comment that I got on this, right? First comment. So what I clearly laid out in this video is the people who employ millions of people across the world, we hate them. But the ones who basically, they are self-millionaires, they might employ a couple of people here and there, maybe an assistant or so. They are our heroes. Yep, they're our heroes. So the first comment, what in the is wage robbery is the biggest crime in America? Who comes up with these silly terms? Wage robbery? I have never, what is wage robbery? Like, are you serious? Wage robbery is the biggest crime in America. Most pay less taxes than I do. That is a bold-faced lie. That is a bold-faced lie. And this is why we continue to lose. And this is why I do not care about what people do, because they're going to complain and complain and complain instead of work. I do not pocket watch other people. I don't pocket watch. I don't sub watch. I look to learn. I say, okay, what strategy did they employ? How did they do this? In the things that I'm building, what can I do? So wage robbery is the biggest crime in America. How stupid is, with others, how stupid is that? The wage robbery. So the fact that these companies are creating jobs and paying people, they call that robbery. Well, you know what? You don't have to work for, you can be a homeless. You could be homeless. You could be Dusty. But wage robbery, the biggest crime in America? No. These companies, they set the curriculum. If it wasn't for these companies, there would be no colleges. There would be so many, oh my God, millions of jobs. Millions of jobs are created because these companies are creating roles and products and services that need people to be employed, right? Most pay less taxes than I do. That's just not true, because if somebody pays 10% taxes or 7% taxes of $100 million, right? It is way more money than you paying 20% tax of what, 50,000? Like, give me a break. Give me a break, right? The BS rigged system, in or out it. No choice but to participate. Everyone has a choice. Everyone has a choice. See, but the choices that we make, is to cry, complain, just want to sit around and do nothing with our lives, or to strategize to say, okay, what do I need to learn? What can I do so that I can be successful? Stop looking through people's windows and look in the mirror. Because I don't want to generalize, right? So I'm not going to generalize. I'm going to say 99.9% instead of saying 100%, right? So I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say 99.9% of people have self-inflicted wounds. Whether they didn't pay attention in school, they chose some major that doesn't do anything for them, and it cost them, like, they paid $500,000 for a major that pays 20K a year, and then they get mad. Instead of looking in the mirror at themselves for their mistakes, they get mad. No. It is all on you. All of your own decisions. All right? I don't have you ever heard of wage robbery before? All right, if we're to break it down, wage robbery, that means that I get paid and then someone else has to come and steal what I get paid. No, but the company is paying you. If you don't like how much you're getting paid, well, guess what? Level up your skill set. Go find something else to do. But so you idolize celebrities. Whatever. Anyways, so the other comment, the other dusty comment.
Bruh.
Unfortunately, a lot of business leaders exploit their staff, for example, low wages, unsafe working conditions, etc. That's why they are unloved. All right, so number one, I don't think that billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires now, I don't think they give two flying about you loving them. Get your job done. Get your job done. So what my point in this video is, you hate the people who allow you, who give you the ability to survive, to feed your family. We do not learn about how business works. We don't learn about how profits work, about how losses work. Last week on the Bug Bite, when we were reviewing Elon Musk's pay package, we went into a deep dive about EBITDA, which I had looked into it before and I've heard it many times, but it never made sense to me. And now it makes a little bit more sense. Earnings before taxes, interest, depreciation, and I forgot what the A stands for, but it makes more sense now. But when you're using YouTube or X, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for the latest gossip? Are you looking for, you remember on Tuesday when I said that you should be investing 10 to 20 hours a week in your own self-development, and somebody said that it was utter rubbish.
How dare you?
They said that it was rubbish. Right? But we have people who share content day in and day out about how the job market is going, about where you should pivot to, about cybersecurity, about DevOps, about building applications. But we want to focus on everything else. And then we cry and complain saying that a lot of business leaders exploit their staff. How are they exploiting their staff? Because nobody is forced to accept any particular job. What is it, slavery? No. No one is forced to accept a job. When they say, well, this is how much we're going to pay you, and you say, I accept, that means that you are not being exploited. You are accepting a position where you have agreed to the salary that they have offered you. If you don't like it, then make a counteroffer. If you can't make a counteroffer, that's because you are not good enough. With all due respect, of course, you are not good enough. You do not have the ability to demand what you believe you are worth, which means you are not worth it. Everybody has a worth. What value do you bring? What the hell do you bring to the table? And when people start to cry and complain about this type of stuff, oh, wage robbery is the biggest crime. No. Wage robbery is not number one, there is no such thing as wage robbery. Number two, wage robbery is not a crime because it doesn't exist. Number three, they do not pay less taxes than you. They might pay a smaller percentage, but they still pay way more. They pay more taxes. in 1 year than you pay in an entire lifetime. And if you want to pay less taxes, then create something. Who gets incentivized in taxes? Creators. People who build businesses. They get incentivized in taxes because that's why they have the tax write-offs, because they are building, they are creating. They're creating jobs for you. Even though you badmouth creators, they're giving you the opportunity to be employed. I saw a headline the other day that the new Walmart CEO started off stocking shelves or something like that, unloading trucks. But we cry and complain. A lot of business leaders exploit their staff. No, they don't. Because the only way you can be quote unquote exploited is if you don't have a choice. And that's illegal. Unsafe working conditions. Well, guess what? When you agreed to do the job, they said, oh, can you lift 50 pounds? This is what the job is. Can you do it? And you agreed to. And quite possibly, if you had more skills, maybe you wouldn't have to work for those quote unquote unsafe working conditions. People don't take accountability. And that's why I say that me and my tech barbarians, we're going to run it up. We're gonna put in our 10 to 20 hours a week and let it be rubbish. But guess what? The rubbish, big rubbish, is gonna take a little rubbish any day, anytime. Let's get it. So you're not a victim. With all due respect, you are not a victim to the corporate world, to the business leaders, to wage robbery. No. You, my friend, are just a slight bit, a little dusty.
Bruh.
So stop complaining and get back to work. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. All right. So with that being said, let's get to work. All right. So we are going to be continuing building out our OBS plugin for our YouTube video sharing, similar to what you saw when I shared the short, but we're going to be doing it through C++. We're using CLine from JetBrains in order to get that all taken care of. All right. So let me see. Let's go over here. Cool. All right. I'm going to put our first 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to do.
We're gonna go over here. So I have CLine open. Oh, it says unlock next level development with free AI. Benefit from unlimited code completion, chat with code base aided by better context aware, use multi-line changes in smart apply, handle tasks using coding agent, leverage cutting edge cloud models, bring your own models via Olama and LM Studio. Do I want to do this? Access AI Pro. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, let me see. The plugin is installed. All right. So what the issue that we had last time, right? So here's where we're at. We were trying to, can I restart this? Let's see live. So we were trying to build out this plugin and we ran into an error because it couldn't find a particular file. So we're going to be looking into that today to see how can we get that working. Go from there, right? So let me see. Let's take a look at where we left off. And I'm still having trouble building the plugin. Could you please provide the correct directories for the OBS Studio SDK? All right, so let's see what we can do. All right, so let me make this bigger. Actually, I think I should be able to use the, hold on, let me see something, Kilo. Yeah. All right, so we have Kilo up here now. And let me make sure we're using the, okay. I created this YouTube plugin. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, let me terminate that. And let me take a look at where we left off over here. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna copy this right here. And I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna try to use regular Kilo, the updated Kilo. And I'm gonna say I'm trying to build the OBS plugin, but I was getting this error last time. Can you help me fix it? And I'm gonna say debug. And I'm gonna put what else getting. So because we're gonna pick up from where we left. Ooh, what is? Okay, so possibly I do not have my. I don't have the. Okay, Gemini CLI. So let's go to Gemini. Google Gemini, and let's save that, and let's send that again. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to use Gemini. Well, let's have it go through cloud, and then I'll switch to Gemini afterwards. I wonder if they have a, let me see if they have an upgraded one, because I want to use Gemini 3. Let me go to our plugins. Plugins. Because right now it would be running on Gemini 2. Kilo. Let's update Kilo. Maybe we can get Gemini 3 out of that. I will have to, let's see, oops. Unloading key. All right, so let me remove the old Kilo because I want to be able to use it with Gemini 3. All right, let's restart the IDE. Let's see if they have Gemini 3 in there. But if we can get this to work, that's going to be super duper cool. Uh-oh. Let's see. Got an error. So I got this error. Plugin installation problem. The IDE failed to install our updates and plugins. Directory not empty exception. Ooh, that's weird. All right, they're going to see what's going on with that. Had that issue the other day. Let me go back to settings, and I'm using C-Line for C++ coding. Let's see, Kilo. Did it get up installed? Oh, sorry, let's try that again. Update. Let's get the latest version of Kilo. The reason that I like to use Kilo is I made a video about this in the past, but I like to use Kilo because I can bring my own API key. So I am a Gemini user. So I'm able to put my Gemini API key, and then that billing for whatever I use goes straight through Google. I don't have to pay some monthly fee to someone else, you know. All right, let's see what's happening. Restart. All right, video. All right, there we go. So we have the latest version of Kilo. And let me see if I have any Gemini 3 in here. 3. 33. I have the Pro preview. Let's try the Pro preview, I guess. All right, so let's go here. And let's resume the task. You are now on the free plan with limited access to cloud-powered features. Chat with your code base. What is this? Let me open this up a little bit. Oops. What is that? Oh, okay. All right, cool. So let me close this. Oh, shoot. Let me stop this. All right, so let's see what's going on. So it is reading what we have before. I'm analyzing your request to convert a Python script, a few clarifying questions, passes it into script. I do not want to use this one, to be honest with you. Hold on 1 second. This was not the one I was looking for. Let me see. All right, this is the one. So this is the one I was looking for. All right, I'm trying to use. So this is what we did before we had to restart. Can't be found. All right, so it says, okay, I'll help you fix the build error. First, I need to figure out where the OBS file is supposed to be located. I'll start by examining this. Examine, CMake, I read the content, okay. Identify potential paths, propose a solution. I've examined the CMake, here's my observations. This file is for OBS YT video share executable, not the plugin. It finds this, OBS, okay. The error message is not being found, suggests it could, that the include directory specified in the OBS might be incorrect or incomplete. Now I need to check if OBS-module exists in the, okay. It appears has changed since I last read it. I have the current content. I can now apply a diff. Now that I've added logging, I need to rebuild the plugin. Okay, this is where we were. Let me change it to, I guess that's right. Okay, so let me resume the task. See what we can get. I'll read the OBS plugin template, CMake checklist file, I understand how the templates locates the lib OBS library and its header, which might provide a clue for fixing the issue in the main project. I don't think it's gonna find it. So now it's gonna look for it. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime, I'm going to open up Gemini in my browser. Visualize anything. No thanks. All right, so I'll check the common system. It's not gonna find it, but I'm going to say so let's go over here for a second. So I'm going to say I'm trying to build an OBS plugin, and I use the OBS plugin template from OBS and on GitHub, but I am getting this error. Plugin with C++. I'm getting this error when trying to build it. So let's go with that. Okay, so let's see why it cannot find the file. The error occurs because CMake cannot locate the libobs library, which contains OBS module. The OBS plugin summary does not include the OBS source code itself. It expects to find an existing installation, specifically the development files on your machine. Since you are likely on a Mac, based on the commonality of this error or Windows, the fix is to provide the CMake prefix flag when generating your build files. On the Mac, the easiest way to build a plugin is to compile against the OBS application already installed on in your applications folder. The fix, when you run your CMake command, you need to point to it to make modules inside the OBS app bundle. It says why this works. The file OBS lives inside the OBS app bundle. By default, CMake looks inside of there. The flag tells the CMake, look, okay. If you install OBS, I didn't know you could do that. The path might be like something like that. So, okay, so let's go try to find this file first, right? So let me open up a Finder window. And we are gonna go to all right, so inside of OBS, I did show package contents, and then they said that we should go to resources. And then inside of resources, we should go to, there's not a CMake folder in here. There goes the plugins folder, but there's not a CMake folder in here. So that might be part of the problem, because we have the regularly built, like we have the install OBS and not the build of it. So let's go and say, so, and this is why I like to use this version of Gemini, right? So now I'm gonna say I used the DMG file to install OBS. I don't see a CMake folder inside of the applications directory. What would I have to do? So it's possible that I don't get the CMake folder with the way that I installed Gemini. So there might, or the way that I installed OBS, so I might have to do it a different way. Because I should have went into the applications, OBS, content, resources, and CMake, but I don't have that. And that's probably why it's not working. So maybe I'm gonna have to download the source files for OBS, and then I should be able to find the CMake file in there. You're reading this error because of the standard macOS DMG installer is for users, not developers. It contains a finished application but strips the headers, the .h files, and the CMake configuration files. Unlike Windows, there's no official dev SDK down for macOS. You have to create one yourself. To fix this, you need to download and configure the OBS source code locally. This gives your plugins the reference files it's looking for. Install build dependencies. Open your terminal and use Homebrew to install the tools OBS needs. If you don't have Homebrew, all right, so we have Homebrew already. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this, and we're gonna go to a terminal window. Let me clear this out. And we're going to do, so brew, install CMake, Ninja, FFmpeg, and Qt6 version 6. All right, so let's do that. We're installing. So we're installing CMake, Ninja, FFmpeg, and Qt. All right, so everything is being installed. The next thing after this is done, we are going to make a clone of the OBS project. And once that's done, I'm going to navigate into whatever folder that C-Line does to store its files. Maybe it's like C-Line Studios or something like that. And I'm going to I'm going to clone OBS into there. And then we will, this step might take a minute as it checks your system for Qt. All right. Build your plugin. Okay, so assuming your folder structure is like dev OBS, dev my OBS plugin. Got it. Okay, cool. So I'm just reading. So while that's installing, I'm gonna show you what I'm reading over here, right? So basically what we need to do, we're gonna clone the OBS Studio project, make sure it's recursive, and then go into the folder OBS Studio, and then we're going to configure OBS. This generates the missing CMake files. So we're gonna do CMake -- presets Mac OS. So we're telling it's on Mac OS. And all right, so here's what we're gonna do. While this is installing stuff, we are going to go into C-Line projects, and we're gonna go here, and I'm going to copy the command to clone the OBS Studio project. Hopefully it's not super big. Let's see. Cloning. All right, so it is cloned. And now we're gonna go CD OBS Studio. All right, so we're inside the OBS Studio folder. And we are going to, actually have to wait till this is, all right, so this is done. To install the CMake documentation, run brew install CMake docs. I'm not gonna install it right now because Gemini didn't say we had to. We already have this here. So now we're gonna do CMake. Let me see if that's gonna work. Preset. I might have to close it and open it back up, and then Mac OS, right? And this might take a minute as it checks your system for Qt and other tools. All right, so let's go and do that.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
All right, so it's building OBS now. And while it's doing that, it might take a minute to do that. So we're just gonna go to break, and then when we return from break, then that should hopefully be done, and we can get back to building our plugin. But we have just learned a lot right now because I didn't know this last week, but thanks to Gemini 3, my bestie, my software development bestie, that is, right? We're making progress. We are making progress. Okay. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. We got two people here. We got my guy Junior. He said that they are dusty for real.
Bruh.
With all due respect, yes, they are dusty. Stop looking through my window. Look in your own mirror, and maybe you won't be that dusty. All right, I agree. We got my brother, beloved, not a bishop, Rod Brown, in the building. To salute everyone. Salute to you as well, beloved. my guy Rod Brown, beloved Rod Brown, not a bishop, beloved Rod Brown, had a great and fantastic show last night. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So if you guys go check out Rod Brown, beloved Rod Brown, maybe one day he'll change his channel name to beloved Rod Brown, or not. Probably not. Probably. I mean, he won't even play the song that Junior Magnetar and I spent over an hour putting together for him. So he probably won't change his channel name to beloved Rod Brown. But nonetheless, we still love you and we appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Okay. We are going to jump into the first topic of tonight, which is our first break time topic. That is, right? I haven't watched this yet, but I'm curious. I am curious. Police share the new strategy that thieves I cannot stand me a thief. But that thieves are using for stealing cars. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So, why is that going so quick? Hold on. Why is that? Why are my transitions going so quick? I don't like that. Give me a second here. Oh, let's try that again. If I go here and I go back to here. Okay, that's better. That is better. I was like, why? You need to slow down. Slow down. Rob Ross says, make the change and I'll play it. Make the change and I'll play it. I'll think about it. I will think about it. I'll think about it. It might not sound the same though, you know, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. So thieves going high tech to steal expensive cars in OC. I'm guessing OC is Orange County. Let's watch to see what in the world is going on.
6, a concerning crime trend to tell you about in Orange County. Police say criminals are going high tech to steal expensive cars and trucks. NBC4's Alex was there live for us in Anaheim Hills, where some of those crimes have actually happened. Alex.
Yeah, Michael, today we heard from one family who had their truck stolen last Friday. They didn't want to talk on camera, but they provided surveillance video that shows how people are stealing high-end cars and trucks here in Anaheim Hills. Surveillance video shows someone breaking into this truck and stealing it in a matter of seconds. But it's how they pulled it off that has people in Anaheim Hills talking.
It's very bad. I mean, it's really shocking.
It is pretty frightening to think that someone could get into somebody's vehicle that quickly.
You're seeing crews of 3 to 4.
Anaheim Police Detective Heather Scaglione says people are using new technology to steal high-end cars and trucks. In this case, they stole a truck with help from a tablet made for locksmiths. Watch again.
So you see him walk up to the car. First thing he does, he actually checks the handle. Checks the handle first, sees the car is locked. So then he heads over to the back window and he uses a window punch to break it. Once it happens, because there's tint on the window stays intact and he's able to peel it off and climb it. And then he's being handed a locksmith tool, a computer device that plugs into the computer system in the car so he can quickly reprogram it and turn the car on so he can leave with that truck.
Anaheim police say the other way people are stealing cars.
That is crazy, but I don't think that's that new. I don't think that's that new. It's kind of like not Fast and Furious. I mean, it could be Fast and Furious, but Gone in 60 Seconds, where they had to steal like I don't even remember how many cars they had to steal in like one night, but I'm telling you. And with these fob devices where you don't have to put a key in the car, it is so easy to forget your key, your fob in your car, and then the people jump in and they just take off. But the fact that they're using a lock, how is a locksmith's tool? Maybe so. Here's what I think is happening. Right, they're taking the locksmith's tablet to reprogram, so they bring a fob and they reprogram the fob to start the car and take off with it. So it's like they're creating a new key. They're literally creating a new key for the car. And they're probably plugging it into the ODB or OBD? Not ODB, right? Not ODB. OBD, the OBD plug to reprogram it. That sucks. That sucks because for a while, stealing these cars was harder to do because they would have they would require. So, for example, I know my Honda Accord. When you put the key in, I still have a Honda Accord with a key, right? if the key, like there's a sensor in the key that would allow the car to start. And if it doesn't have it, then the car wouldn't start. But with the fob devices, the fob device just needs to be in the key. It needs to be in the car. It needs to be programmed to the car. But and it used to be you could only get it done at the dealership. But now it seems like locksmith are able to do it too. And what these delinquent criminals, what they are doing is that they are reprogramming a fob device in order to steal a key. And it takes seconds. It takes seconds. How disgusting and despicable.
And trucks involves the use of an antenna while standing in a doorway. Sergeant Matt Sutter says they are targeting newer cars and trucks with keyless entry key fobs.
That key fob is constantly sending out a signal so that when you walk up to the car, it just opens right up for you. They hold an antenna up near the house trying to pick up the signal from your key fob that's inside your house. Once they pick up that signal, they send it to somebody standing by the car, opens the car right up, gets in, pushes.
That is so dirty. Especially like if you have your keys by the front door, because a lot of people, they would have like a key holder or a basket where they just drop their keys when they go into the house. So that means these little bastards, yes, I said it, these little bastards, right? They can just go up to your front door and put up their little stupid antenna, and they can start your car and they can steal your car.
Ain't believing us.
Disgusting.
The start button and off they go.
What can people do to protect themselves?
There's a few things they can do. One is to turn off the key fob feature that allows you remote access to your car.
There's another thing called like a Faraday bag that you can put your key fob into that blocks that signal from going out. You can the purchaser you can make out of like aluminum foil.
The other is to maybe store your keys a different place in the house. Some people like to hang their keys next to the front door. Maybe hide it.
I was just saying.
Put it somewhere further deep in the house so they can't easily pick up the signal with that antenna.
I did ask if these cases.
This makes me so upset. Like, you have to go through all of these, and you see, and this is the thing, right? This is the thing. So on one end, we have people who are so dusty, who are saying wage robbery and all this type of stuff, right? Wage robbery and what else did they say? What else were they crying about? Oh yeah, business leaders exploit their staff with low wages. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have people like, you have to be creative and smart to come up with like, oh, you know what? Let's use the antenna signal so that we can send it to the car and so we can start the car. But instead of using this knowledge to do something productive with their miserable lives, they want to steal what other people have worked really, really hard for. I can't stand a thief. How disgusting. Disgusting and despicable.
Cases are connected. Anaheim police said it is too early to tell, but they are saying that this is a trend. No arrests have been made. And if you have video that may help investigators, just recently, Anaheim PD launched a program where homeowners can easily share surveillance video with police to help them find the people responsible. All you have to do is go to connectanaheim.org. We're live in Anaheim Hills tonight. I'm Alex Rosier, NBC4 News.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all because... all right, how much money do we have to spend on security, right? Alarm systems for our house, alarm systems for our cars. On my car, I have a Viper alarm system with a kill switch and a motion sensor. And for what? For what? You gotta pay for your house alarm. Other supplies that Junior would understand, you know, all to keep yourself safe from people, from dusty people who refuse to do the right thing. And then when unfortunate things happen to these dusty people, right, to these dust mites, then There's a whole, like, highways are getting shut down and all this nonsense. How about you keep your hands to yourself? Stop stealing other people's things. That's, I don't know. Am I off? Am I off? Am I off? I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? Who knows? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get back to it. Check the chat and then we will get back to work. Let me see. Muir says 50 cars, I think, and gone in 60 seconds. Was it 50? Yeah, that sounds about right. Because him and his brother, they had to split up. I know a lot of people don't like Nicolas Cage as an actor. I'm okay with Nicolas Cage. I think it's a pretty good. He has been in so many different movies. I like Nicolas Cage. I like Nicolas Cage. Right. That is my confession for tonight. Right. And Junior says change the word bishop to brother. That's a pretty good idea. That is all right. Rod Brown, beloved brother Rod Brown. Would that work for you? Can we change the word bishop to brother? Will you accept that change? And will you then promise to play the song on your channel? If you promise right now, if you make a declaration right now that next week, Wednesday, you will start the show off playing the song that we made for you, that we spent time making for you. If we change the word bishop to brother, beloved brother, Rod Brown, will you then play it? And if so, I will make the change for you. All right. That's what I got. That's what I got. All right. Let me see. Junior says that's all easily stolen. It was like in a few seconds. I thought they were reprogramming the key file, but it looks like they are going to look. Don't go up to my door in the middle of the night. All right. Do not go up to my door in the middle of the night. Okay? Sorry, no vacancy. Don't go up to my door in the middle of the night. All right? But that's everything. That is everything. All right, let's get back to work. Let's get back, because I am enjoying working on this. I am Sundays, Thursdays, I love them. I love my Thursday nights and my Sunday afternoons because I am doing work that I love. Tuesday nights, I like them. But you know, I'm just building out some widget tests, unit tests. We're gonna have to do that for the speech app as well. But I look forward, because like the things that we're doing, and they're like, once we get past these tests for our time cost calculator, I have a whole list of amazing features that we're gonna be adding to it. But we have to take care of a little bit of housekeeping on that app to make sure that it's safe and sound, and that we have tests that we can run before we deploy to make sure we do not have any more issues. Okay? All right. Let's get to it. Let's go over to, throw up one of these.
Let's go!
And we are going to go over to the screen. So, the build files have been written to, where's my mouse? Have been written to T-Line Project, OBS Studio, build Mac OS. All right, so that's what we needed to do. So now we are going to, go to, so we did that. So, all right, so now it says build your plugin. Now that you have configured OBS folder, you can now go back to your plugin directory and tell CMake exactly where to look. Assuming your folder structure is like dev OBS Studio, the one you just cloned, and dev OBS my plugin, or my OBS plugin, your plugin, run this from inside your plugin folder. RF or RM-RF build, clean old attempts, CMake. All right, so okay, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go over to, let's say recheck that, cancel. Let's say terminate. And I'm going to say, I'm gonna do the build command manually. Let's go over to terminal over here. Oh, let's go over here. Go to terminal, and we will say here, we're gonna go, look at that. let's see if this works. That means Gemini 3 for the win. So rm-rf build. And we're going to say cmake dash, oh, I don't know if cmake is going to be found. Cmake dash s dot dash b build, and then dc make prefix path. And we're going to say this, and we're going to say C lion. Ooh, what? Should have been C lion. Okay, so I'm going to have to go to terminal, and I'm going to say pwd, and we're going to go to here, and we're going to say that C lion OBS, and then we're going to say let's build would be build Mac OS or you go to cd build Mac ls. Okay, so maybe it's build Mac OS and not build Arc 64. Build Mac OS. That's what we had over here. Yep. And we go to enter, and let's see what it said. CMake error. All right, C compiler, Apple Lang, detecting CMake error at opt homebrew share, find package. By not providing find and CMake module path, this project has asked CMake to find a package configuration file, but CMake did not find one. Could not find the package configuration, add the installation prefix. All right, so I'm going to copy this error. And we're going to go to Gemini. Oh, wait. Important. Note that the path build depends on your Mac chip. M1, M2, M3. The DMG is a locked box. So I'm going to say I didn't have the folder build arc 64, but I had one named build Mac OS. I used that as the path instead and got an error. This is what I did. Can you help me fix it, Gemini 3? Let's see here. Okay, so you're very close. The fact that it found the lib configs make evident that the call stack means your path build is correct. The error is occurring because OBS depends on a library called SIMDE, and while your OBS build knows where it is, the plugin build does not. Here's the fix. So first we got to install brew install SMIDE. Note, you might also hit an error for MBED TLS. You can pre-install that too. All right, or we'll do both of those. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to do it through here. We're going to say brew, copy it. Ooh, snaps, clear. Brew install SIMDE, and we also want MBED TLS. Let's install both of those. So we already had the MBTLS installed. We just installed the SIMDE. And I'm going to go back into here and we're going to say rm-rf build. We're going to clear out the build folder. We're going to say, I'm just going to go, we need to say, okay, same command as before. So we're going to go up to this one and we're going to do that again. And we still have that error. Why do we still have that error though? Once you install it, go back to your plugin and run. You must clear out the, let me see if we have SIMDE. What about SIMDE? So SIM fetching downloads, bottle as downloaded. How does that work? SIM client, is that what it is? Let's see which SIM client. Oh, that's not it. That's Anaconda. Which SIMDE? Not found. Brew install SIMD. It's gonna say that it's already there. Add the installation prefix to of SIMDE to CMake prefix or okay, so all right, so I'm gonna copy this again. And I'm gonna say although I have installed SIMDE via brew, I am still getting this error. And I did the clear already, I believe, right? Yeah, I did the clear. It's very important gotcha with CMake, specifically Apple Silicon. The problem when you set the CMake path to your custom OBS folder, you effectively told CMake only look for libraries in the specific folder. It stopped looking for your homebrew folder where SIMDE lives. So we need to do, all right, so we need to do both. Gotcha. All right, gotcha. So let's go back over here and we're gonna do, clear that out. And we're gonna put a, so we're gonna have to put a quotation mark here and we're gonna go to the end and we're gonna put a semicolon and we're gonna say opt/home brew. And the reason that's supposed to work is because that allows CMake to find the libOBS and it allows CMake and libOBS to find the SIMDE. And if that still fails, we have another option. So let's go ahead and try that first. And that still failed. So we're going to try the other option then. Clear. And we will do, let's take this off and put this. And then we're going to do DSIMDE underscore DIR equals. And let me see if I can find that. Let me see, CD, opt, homebrew, lib, CMake, SIMD JSON. What about SIM? Where did that? All right, so this said this got installed to Oh, seller, SIMDE, and then E. Okay, so we need this path then. I suppose, I presume. We do that. Try to build. Ooh. Did maybe I had a typo? Add the SIMD. So it says add the installation prefix of SIMDE to CMake prefix path, or set the SIMDE to a directory containing one of the files above. All right, so let's say, so it's not in, let's try lib. Hmm. I don't see that file. Oh, is any of the following? Let's see, cd lib ls cd pkg ls. Not here. Cd include ls. Okay, so in here they're looking for, no, it's not there either. Cd arm. Nope. All right, so I'm gonna say that brew installed SIMDE to this path, but I don't see the files in that directory. Let's see. Analyzing. All right, let's see. Tracking CMake files. We're getting closer and closer. It looks like an op and didn't see those files. They likely aren't there. While SIMD supports CMake and the standard homebrew bottle precompiled package often it only includes header files and skips the CMake configuration files. This is a common frustration with homebrew for C++. The fix, create your own vendor folder. Since homebrew is letting you down, the most reliable fix is to download the SIMD source code manually, just like you did for OBS, and tell CMake to use that instead. Okay, we are going to clone that. All right, let's go over to here and we are going to go and get my terminal. Let's clear that out and we're going to go cd cline and we are going to say git clone the repo for SIMDE. And we got that and it says point CMake to the new folder. Let me make sure those files are in there though. cd CIMDE. And inside of here, we have cd SIMDE. I don't see them in there. Looks like the same files that were inside of the other folder. Docker, readme, Me. Yeah. Yeah. Clear ls. Well, let's give it a try, I guess. Let's say pwd. Let's use this folder. Get rid of that. Shoot. Let's get rid of this. And oh, I gotta clear the build stuff out too. Let's do that. And let's do that. And if we go to, oh, shoot. Let's get rid of this. And I don't see it in there, to be honest with you, but see, it's still not finding it. That's what all right, so let's go and take a look at this repo. So let's go over here and take a look at this repo because I don't see that file. Header only library provides fast header only. I don't think I need header only though. I think I need the whole kits and caboodle. Let's check SMD anywhere, SMD no test, implementation status. Implementation of SIMD instructions for systems which don't natively support it. I don't see the .make file. So the file that we're looking for is let's see if we can. It's not in there. It's not in there. Let me try the main project. See, it's not there. All right, so let's see where can I find this. CMake.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
The package configuration used by, okay, where do I find it? All right. I don't see the CMake file in that repo. I think part of the problem is we cannot find the CMake file, and that's why we can't continue. Let's see what results we get here, and then we're going to go to break. I have a really, really cool second break time topic for today. That's so weird that we can't find the CMake file. We're able to build the OBS itself. I feel with Gemini 3, maybe because it just came out and a lot of people are using it, but it's a little bit slower than Gemini 2.5. There's probably a lot of people using it. That's what I would guess. Still turning. Come on. Come on, Gemini. All right, you are correct. To not see in the repository, the file doesn't exist until I need to generate it. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, we'll do that when we come back. We will do that when we come back. I'm telling you, this is a learning experience, a learning journey, which I am happy to be on. I am happy to be on it. But for our next, let me make sure there's nothing in the chat first. Let me see. Nope, we are good to go. All right. We are going to talk about Gemini. Gemini 3 for the win, of course. That is my preferred large language model of choice. But can Gemini 3 really analyze your athletic performance? Let's find out what this is all about. So I saw this video from Google, right? And it said that, where is it? It said that it was a video of Gemini 3 analyzing a pickleball match. So let's watch that real quick. And I want to try with my own. I want to try with my own video as well to see if it's really possible. So let's watch it together, and then I'm gonna go and download one of my jiu-jitsu videos. All right. So basically, they're having Gemini analyze the video of their pickleball to let them know how well they did, what they need to work on. And I'm really wondering if that's going to work with a jiu-jitsu video. So I'm downloading a video right now. And I'm going to upload it to Gemini. And we shall see. Let me go and open up a new Gemini. Oops. No, not. All right, let's give it a try for ourselves. Let's go over here. We're going to go over to here. So I got the Gemini window open. And where is my video? All right, so I'm gonna drop this video. Let's see if hopefully it's not too big. Oh, it's in there. All right, cool. So we're gonna say, can you analyze my Brazilian jiu-jitsu competition and give me some feedback on what I did wrong and what I did right and how I can improve. Let's see if this is gonna work. Because if this works, I'm telling you, I'm building another app. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, why can I not submit it? Is it too big? Is it not done uploading? Oh, I think it's still uploading. So let's give it a second to finish uploading. Yeah, it's still uploading. Let's go back and take a look at that video again to see what it was that let's see what their prompt was. So they pasted it and they said, analyze this video, act as a certified pickleball. Okay, so I'm gonna change myself as a certified pickleball coach and provide technical performance. All right, so let's go over here, right? We're gonna make ours a little bit more comprehensive. It says, please analyze the attached video. You are a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a world-renowned IBJJF referee. Can you analyze my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition and give me some feedback on what I did wrong and what I did right and how I can improve? All right, so there we go. We are going to send that bad boy off. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. I am curious to know if it's going to be able to process it or not. Gonna take a minute. But if it can do this, that is going to be super duper cool. Because there are people who you'll pay a hefty penny for them to analyze your video. Now, let's see how well Gemini is going to be able to do with this, right? So let's open this up, by the way. It says, I'm fully immersed in understanding the user ultimate goal, a comprehensive BJJ match analyst tailored for me. Expertise. I'm focusing on perspective of an IBJJF referee and black belt. I began dissecting the match between me and Chester. I'm taking notes on Ralph's guard. Oh my God! This is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my God! Focusing on the initial. This is exactly what I did. The initial pull, the collar grip, and his attempt at a collar drag sweep. I'm keeping an eye out for any obvious errors or successful techniques. So far, the match appears to be shaping to be a tactical affair. That's a compliment. I like him so. I just owned in on the sequence following the guard break. I'm focusing on Chester's successful pass and control transition. Specifically, Chester transitioning from a pass to back control. There was no back control. What you talking about, Willis? The scoring initially confusing. It's becoming clear. A direct path from pass to points. I'm analyzing the match second by second and trying to clarify the scoring rules. Redefining the framework. I'm searching the analysis, building on the match observations. I'm crafting an introduction, highlighting Ralph's persona and match context. I'm organizing the good and the bad aspects, focusing on strengths like the guard pull and the weak like the passive guard. What?
How dare you?
Okay. All right. I got. Okay. Finally, I'm setting up a phase-by-phase technical breakdown, starting with the stand-up and guard play. The reversal at 4 is a highlight I will elaborate on. Okay, we got the reversal on there. It says scoring the match. I'm now fully immersed in the scoring details, specifically the 4 points. I also plan to describe the crucial pass error and the significant reversal, along with Ralph's top game, which needs more urgency. Whoa, what? This is all right. I am borderline offended right now. Then I'll recommend some drills and concepts to improve his performance. Finally, I got to revisit the early moments of the match to complete my assessment. Assessing the tactics. I'm evaluating the the tactical choices, particularly the turtle to avoid pass points. What is a turtle? Which unfortunately led to okay, what fight are you watching here? All right, hold on. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Hold on 1 second. I don't know what he's talking about. Hold on. There was no back take. What are you talking about? There was the reversal right there, the sweep. What were you watching, Gemini? All right, so maybe that video with the picket ball is trash. Maybe it's trash. Bruh. Google is not really well versed at jujitsu in order to be able to see all that went down on this, because I won 4-0. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? Look at that. No, I won 5-0. Okay, let's see. Let me see. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see. What else did he say? I'm evaluating technical choices, particularly the turtle. Yeah. I'm also refining the technical language, including concepts like kuzushi and urgency, and incorporating appropriate BJJ lingo and phrases. Clarifying gi color. I just concluded the verification of Ralph's gi color based on the scoreboard, handshake, and event matches. My analysis is now definitely confirmed that Ralph indeed the... I only wear white when competing. All right. I only wear white when competing. Maybe I should have said who I was. Maybe I should have said who I was. All right. Let's just wait. So as a black belt and IBJJF referee, I analyze your match footage and I have identified you as, okay, so that's wrong. First, respect for stepping out onto the mat and looking at the scoreboard. You lost. I did not lose the match. Wow. This is... Lord, give me strength. Give me strength. All right. So apparently AI is great for coding, or maybe not great, but it's decent for coding and stuff. Not so decent for analyzing a jiu-jitsu match. There was no mount. You played a very reactive game all the way. All right. So let me help you out. Let me help you out real quick. So actually, I'm the person in the white gi. Sorry for not letting you know ahead of time. Let's go with that, because I'm a bit offended right now. Just a tad bit offended right now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what Gemini has to say. Can you redeem yourself, Gemini? Gemini 3 at that? Maybe I should go play some pickleball. Maybe you cannot help me with jiu-jitsu. Apparently no app coming for this. Yep, no app coming for this. Reviewing score. Oh, I hit a snag. My initial announcement went astray. I was off on the subject identity. Now I'm refocusing. I'm on the right, ensuring I'm all right. On the white gi competitor, it's clear that Chester won. What are you talking? There was no mount. Oh, God. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Raising your hand at the end is what matters. Now that I know that you are... I'm not Chester. I'm not Chester. Okay, let's try this again. I am Ralph. I was wearing the white gi. The score of the tournament was 5-0 of the match. There was no mount. I swept Chester, and then I passed his guard. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little off track. I'm getting a little off track here, but I am offended right now.
How dare you?
I'm offended right now. So please bear with me. Please bear with me as I go through this right now. I'm ready to get back to work, but I got to make sure that Gemini and I are on the same page here, because if we're going to be remaining friends, if I'm not going to go back to OpenAI, and if I'm not going to go to Claude, I need to make sure that we're on the same page here, you know, so just bear with me as we fix this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. All right. I carefully considered the user's input, confirming that it's me. I've also processed that he's wearing a white gi, resolving the previous assumption. Now that I've confirmed the details, I've corrected my understanding of the scoreboard and the key events. The score was 5-0, no mount. I just told you all of this, right? This was a sweep pass. Based on this, I rewatched the video and saw that the black gi had mounted. What? It mounted around 358. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me see what he's in. 358. 358. 358. 358. 358. At 358. Nope, 358. Hold on. It looks like I have a very, very valid north-south position at 358, 357, 358. That is not a mount. That is a very, very valid north-south position. Okay. All right, so the tail of the tape. You played a heavy pressure game, top game. You were immovable object inside the closed guard. I was never inside the closed guard. Thank you very much. The score 5-0. The points like it came from the past and a potential. Or did you not see it? The sweep in the video. You started standing. He pulled guard. I pulled guard, and you stayed on. Oh my god. All right. All right. Trash.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The answer is no. Gemini 3 cannot really analyze your athletic performance, at least in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe in pickleball, yeah, but not in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You get a C- for effort. Gemini 3 doing pretty good, but not on this. I feel deceived and betrayed.
Ain't believing us.
All right, but it is what it is. But it was fun to try. See how it went. Let's get back to work. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we will return back to work. Let me see. Anything else? Nope, nothing right now. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to our last working segment of the night.
It's time to do.
So we need to. Where's my Gemini? We need to build the project, or build this first. Build SIMDE. What is SIMDE used for? SIMDE is used to speed up programs by performing the same operation on multiple pieces of data at once. A technique known as parallel processing. Okay, gotcha. Let's go over. All right, so let's build this first. So I'm gonna go over to here, and I'm gonna open up a terminal, and we're inside the folder pwd. Okay, so we're gonna do cmake-s dot, and then b for build, and then dc make install, and we're gonna say we just let me copy this. Configure SM to install tool. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So it's gonna configure to install into there. The directory SIMD does not appear to contain a CMake text file. LS. All right, let's copy that. This is what I got when trying to build SIMD. Let me go into the SIMD folder first though. See, I don't see a CMake file in there either. All right. Let's go ahead and send it off to Gemini. know why this is so complex. Uncover. All right, so why is it not finding, or where is the CMake? I don't know. There is a folder called Messin I saw. No, not there. All right. Let's see. Pinpointing the build system. And the thing is, if we were to try to do this with like Kilo or any other of these agent tools, it would just keep trying and costing us a lot of money. That's why I like to go into the browser and go back and forth and try things out like that. The error does not appear to contain confirms that the SIMD repository primarily uses a Messin build system, not CMake. This is why running CMake directly on the source failed. While SIMD is a header-only library, you still need to install it so that it generates the configuration file that OBS system is asking for. Here is a solution using Messin, the native tool for. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do brew install Messin. I think we already have Ninja, but we'll do Messin. So we're gonna do clear brew install Messin and Ninja. Ninja's already there. We're doing Messin now. And then we are going to do, we're also already in the folder. We're gonna do Messin setup build prefix equals C lion projects SIMDE dash install, and that's going to prepare to install. All right, so it's going to install it in a folder called SIMDE install. Let's do that. Hey. All right, we are making progress. Next thing we do, MSN install -C build. Hopefully, so this project should create a SIMD install folder containing include and the CMake file. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I'm telling you, like, just by knowing enough of code, like I do not know C++, and I'll eventually look at this code a little bit. But the fact that we were able to do this much with the help of Gemini and Kilo, this is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. All right, it's building. It's gonna take, or it's compiling. It's gonna take some time to do that, I suppose. After that's done, then we're gonna build our OBS plugin, and that should do it at that point. But that part is working. So it has 40. All right, so we're almost done with the linking target. Okay, cool. We're good. We are good. So if we do ls cd simde install ls cd lib ls cd. I'm looking for that CMake file. Include ls cd simde ls. I still don't see the CMake file. Okay. Let's see. I still don't see the CMake file. Okay. Let's give it a try. Clear. All right, next up, we're going to do copy the command. I don't see that CMake file, so I'm not sure this is actually gonna work. Yep, see what I mean? It still can't find the file. So according to this project created a which contains an include. All right, so let me check. CD SIMD install, and then it says it should have a folder named lib. You see, there's no CMake in there. It's just package config. All right. So in that case, let's do the backup plan. Create the config file manually. If Messen still doesn't generate the CMake, some versions only generate .pc. You can simply create the CMake, the file manually to satisfy the OBS check. Create a folder. All right. So let's do that. CD dot. All right. Let's go back over here. Less, and we're gonna do C9. All right, so mkdir dummy dash config cd dummy config, and we are going to do inside of it create a file name. Okay, vim simd config.cmake. And inside of it, we want to drop in this. Okay. And we're going to do WQ. And now point your CMake prefix to this instead. Okay. So now if we go back into here, we do the clear, and we do that. And we try the build. Try it now. Let's see what happens. And more stuff. So we got past the SIMDE one, but now we got find Loman. Okay, so let's go on this. Continue with this one. All right, so we got past. Go back to Gemini. We got past the SIMDE error to now get this one about NLOHMANN CMake file. So close, so close, so close. Let's see what is holding us back. Implementing home. All right, so let's see. Okay, installing this. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do brew install for this. Let's clear. Let's go over here. Install that. Okay, that's installed. And that is inside of here. Okay. Let's copy this right here. And we're going to go back into here. Oops. Oh. I didn't even have to update. All right, cool. So build files have been written. Let's go. Now what? So now the next thing that we have to do is cmake build dash build. Cmake dash dash build and build. Library OBS not found. Okay. Let's see why. We are so close. Building this, and then it says library OBS not found. All right, cool. So let's go to over here. Okay, installing and LOHAM. And underscore JSON fixed the build, but when I did cmake dash dash build, I got this error. Okay. Let's see. This error reveals two critical things about your cmake list.txt setup. The executable mistake, the log says linking CXX executable. OBS plugins are libraries, specifically shared modules, not executables. You cannot run a plugin like an app. OBS loads it. The linker mistake, library OBS not found, means you're telling CMake to look for a generic system library named OBS rather than the specific libs OBS file. Pat, you spent so much. Oh, sorry. Here's how to fix your CMake. Open the CMake file in the root of your plugin folder and look for these two sections. Add executable to change. Okay. And then you likely have a line that says add executable OBS main app changes to add library main app. And then change libobs to OBS : All right, so let's do that. Let's go and find our. We're looking for a file named cmake lists. Oh, there it goes right there. Cmake lists, and we need. They said, oh, so this add executable changed to add library. Okay. And then it says you likely have a line that says add executable. Okay, that's the one. Okay, we did that. And then change it to that. Okay, we did that. Oh, wait, we need to do module. Module space. Okay. This keyword tells CMake to build a .so or .dy plugin file so that OBS can load rather than standalone app or exe. Change libobs to OBS. All right, so where's libobs? Where is it in this file? Libobs. Oh, okay. Find package libobs. Is that it? Look for target link live. All right, so okay, target link libraries, OBS video share private, and then it's gonna be OBS : lib OBS. Okay. And when you write just libobs, the linker looks in the standard system folder. when you write OBS, libobs, CMake uses the target it found to your custom Mac. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. Clear that out. Build that. What? CMake error. But the target was not found. Possible reasons. There's a typo in the target name. A find package call is missing. An alien. Ooh, that's a pity. That's a pity. All right, so let's say, all right, I'm going to do this. I got an error after making these. So I'm going to go here. After making these updates and trying to build. Here is my CMake list.txt file. Here is the error that I got. We are going to copy that. We are so close. Let's see. We are this close to getting this working. Well, not working, but built. Work, is it going to work? That's a whole nother story. That is a whole other story, okay? I cannot guarantee it's going to work, but we're close to getting it to build. This error is a dependency chain problem. Here's the breakdown. Your plugin asks for OBS. OBS asks for SIMDE. However, your CMake list only asks for OBS. When OBS tries to load, it screams, I need SIMDE to function, but it can't find it defined anywhere. You simply need to explicitly define, you need to explicitly find SIMDE before you look for OBS in your CMake list. So, we need to add this over here and then do
Lunch break. Lunch break.
All right, we're gonna let's go to a little bit of overtime, just a little bit of overtime, right? Because I want to see if we can get this to build. Okay. Let's go over here, and we are going to say, where's my mouse? Okay, so, so project OBS, and then we need to say set. So we have, all right, set CMake. Okay, we got that. 20. And now we need to do find package. Oops. Look, Ma, I'm coding in C++. Find package. And we're going to say SIMDE required. And then we're going to say, so let me just copy this comment. Let me write this comment out. So the reason that we're doing this is because find SIMDE explicitly before finding libobs. Explicitly. And then we are going to do create an alias if the names don't match. All right. And let's say OBS expects sim but sometimes the package only provides SIMD. All right. So if target SIMD and not target SIMD : SIMD, add library SIMDE : SIMDE alias SIMDE. All right. And then we do a end if statement. Imagine if I had Gemini when I was in college. Oh my God. All right, so now we have find libOBS required, this one required, curl required, and then we have the share module, target, OBS private, libOBS, C curl, and then we have at the bottom, they added something, set target properties, and they said OBS video share, properties, prefix, like that. Okay. Let me copy this comment as well. The reason that this is happening is because this ensures the plugin is named correctly for Mac OS ads.so or .dylib. Let me see. To understand why you have to do this, look at the dependency flow. By adding find packages IMD at the top, you are preloading the bottom block so the middle block doesn't crash. Let's build it again. Let's go to clear that out and build. Oh, so close. So close. But the target was not found. The alias target is missing. Oh, we're so close. So let's say, let's go over to Gemini. I got this error now. Does it matter that we had to use the dummy file for the SIMDE CMake file? We are so close. My goodness, I can taste it. Let's see. And if this doesn't do it, then we'll call it a night. We'll pick up next Thursday. We're just at the brink, so close. All right, so your dummy file likes says the modern CMake works with targets, objects like this, not just file paths. When you built OBS, you saved a note saying I depend on the target name, this. Your dummy file likely just sets a variable, but it did not create an actual target. So when your plugin tries to load OBS, OBS looks for this, but it doesn't find it and crashes. The fix. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this. We need that. Everything else to stay the same. So we're gonna replace this if statement with okay. I'm gonna replace this like that. And we will drop in this right here. We have the find package. Okay, so let's clear this out again. And let's try to build it again. What? It is written. It's built. All right, so now we're going to try our build command again. So we're going to do CMake -- build and build. Fingers crossed. Aww. It says no rule to make target. C-Line, OBS Studio, build macOS, the version needed by So close. All right, I'm just gonna copy this in here to see what happened, but then we'll probably pick it up next week. The build was let's go over here. The build was able to go through, but I got this error when trying the final build. Let's see what that has to say, and then we'll call it a day with that. So close, so close. We're so close. We're so close. The good news is CMake configuration finally finished successfully. Now you're in the linking phase, which is the very last step. The no rule to make target means your plugin is looking for Mac OS framework bundle, but your OBS likely produced a standard dynamic library, or the path mapping is slightly off because of the build configuration, debug versus release. Here is the solution. The fix: adjust the imported location of libs OS. Since we're manually linking against a local build of OBS, we sometimes need to handhold CMake to find the exact library. Let's say update this to keep this block, find OBS. Okay, that's where it was. So let's drop this in here right above so in between the libobs required, and then all right, so we're gonna try it out. Let's try it. Just give me a second. Give me a second, okay? Let me see. So if we go here and we go to right here, we paste that in there and we clear this out again and we build again. It still goes through, and then we build again, right? Make sure that we're before you check your file path. Before you run this, verify the actual verify the actual file. Wait, what? Before you run this, all right, so let's see if we can go to terminal. No such file or directory. Let's go to if the file exists, proceed with the CMake above. If it does not exist, check inside the libOS to see what file is named there. It might be inside a debug or release. See it? I don't see it. Debug or release. CD dot 8. Let's go to CD ls CD dot ls. Let me see. These are the files inside of the libobs folder. So close, so close, so close. It's probably something didn't get built, I'm guessing. I think I didn't build something. Based on the file, we found the root cause. You configured OBS, but you haven't actually compiled it yet. I thought I did though. It said compiling. The files you see, CMake install, are just the blueprints created the actual house, the libOBS binary file hasn't been built. Okay, it's gonna take 5 to 15 minutes, so I'm gonna run it and then I will report back. We'll review next week to see what happened. All right, but let's leave it at that. We're this close. We're this close. We are this close. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I will run it so we don't have to sit there and wait next week for 5 to 15 minutes to see the build of the entire process. I thought we did build it though. What folder? Give me a second here. Let me see something. No, we're in there. All right, cool. So I'll run it and then we'll figure it out. But that is it. We'll do the last topic on our last break time topic on Sunday. All right, but that is everything. That is everything. Remember tomorrow noon Eastern time, the Bug Bite, we're going to be talking about ESPN, what they told their on-air talent to stop doing, who to stop promoting. And Sunday we're going to be live. We have Scrum Night, all of that good stuff. I'm going to be posting last week's Vibe Code and Chill between tomorrow and Saturday, the whole thing, so you can watch. We were on there for like 2.5 hours. It was really good. So check it out. techwithdrop.dev. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's everything. Let me check the chat one last time before we get out of here. Let me see. Junior says, great stream. Thank you, Junior.
I appreciate you.
And the beloved brother, Rod Brown, says, great stream as well. Thank you. Thank you, beloved brother, Rod Brown. Another one for the books.
Another one.
Techotrouf, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
They think the machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, back breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. And I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Also feeling heavy, motivation and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I can't to the flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Let the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Hold the high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. It's a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sit in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying at my knees, but hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side, I hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, they win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, pull the ace from the car. Keep the haters locked out, stand in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Close the eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, white across the eye. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought to burn out meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Work didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Megan, I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me instant while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole forest when I planted the seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do this for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planning the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Turning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping and I'm copying. Only thinking is the records that I'm popping. Burner was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I asked the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have believed.